Welcome to the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Podcast. Real people doing real deals in real estate and no fake gurus allowed. We bring you the best and the most real estate investors in the space. They'll be showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly of real estate investing. Like, share, subscribe, get notified. It's the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Podcast.
Welcome to the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Podcast. And today, from Greenville, South Carolina, or Philly,
yes, sir.
We have Mr. Milton Velasquez. Thank you so much for coming in, man.
Thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor being here with you.
So let's get down real quick, Milton. So, I just met you at the event in Dallas with Donnie, the event that Donovan put together. And you came with Mr. Shane, who we just got done interviewing on the previous podcast. And, man, you've only been in the game for a few months.
6 months. About 6 months now.
6 months.
Yes,
so the main reason I wanted to put you in the interview is because you've been in the game for a very little time, but last month you made 35 grand, or this month? This month you're making 35 grand wholesaling.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, man. So that shows that a newbie can do this, right?
100%.
But take me back to your upbringings, man. Where you come from? Where do you grow up?
Yep.
I know you're Puerto Rican.
Boricua.
Yeah. So tell me about that.
Yeah. So originally from Philadelphia.
Okay.
Born and raised there all my life. Travel to Puerto Rico every month.
Every year.
Every year.
Yep.
Been in Greenville for about 13 years now.
Wow.
I did move out to Arizona for about a year and a half or so.
Where at?
Gilbert.
Okay, that's south of Phoenix.
Yeah, I love it. That's my heart. My heart lies there. That's my mission is to live there one day again.
Really, in Gilbert?
Yeah.
All right.
I love Arizona in general. So moved to Greenville, South Carolina about 13 years ago. I've been working since I was about 15 years old. So I always had a W-2. I always worked. My parents owned their own business while I was growing up.
What kind of business was it?
So my dad had and my mom had a jewelry business. So I grew up in that world, and then they got divorced. My mother remarried, met a gentleman, and he fixed homes and this and that. And
okay.
So they started flipping on their own, and I think that's where I found the love for real estate, just seeing what they did. And I was the one just kind of, hey, dame martillo, give him the hammer, give him the screwdriver. Nothing major, but I was always there.
Right.
And then whenever they would do like one flip a year, and then, whenever they would find a house, I would be the one calling at like 15, 16 years old, calling people that had a house for sale by owner, and I'll negotiate, just a little bit. I wasn't, too familiar with it, or, just try to get the price down a little bit for them.
Yeah. And
but I was always there in real estate with them, and they did it for years, and I loved it. They retired basically. And I just continue working. I've been in the healthcare field for about 10 years.
What were you doing in healthcare?
Case management.
And what do you do as a case manager?
So basically, I had about 500 members under me that I was responsible for.
Okay.
So if they needed anything, I would do assessments with them. If they were in a hospital, if they were coming out of hospital, if they needed DME supplies and so forth, I'd be the one facilitating that and making sure they had what they needed. So I did that. I just got laid off, by the way, about 2 months ago now.
Okay.
So I was with that company for about 7 years. Just got laid off 2 months ago. I've been wholesaling for 6. So this was truly a blessing for my family that I found this when I did. Because if it wasn't for that, I still haven't, if I was trying to get unemployment, I still wouldn't have collected anything. So this is a true blessing for my family, finding wholesaling. Because I was laid off 2 months ago.
How do you find the wholesaling? Like, what got you into wholesaling?
So I was trying to get my real estate license last year, right before COVID hit. Thought I wanted to be, real estate agent.
An agent, yeah.
It's
a good route.
Yeah, it's a great route. It's, I'm not knocking it at all. I still get asked all the time, hey, why don't you just get your real estate license? And I'm like, no, not right now. I love and truly enjoy what I'm doing right now. So I've been, so I went to the White Institute in Greenville. I did the whole thing there. I was there for 1 month, took off of work, passed the whole course. PSI shut down. Basically, I did take the test, failed it the first time. Then PSI shut down, so I couldn't take the test, couldn't do anything for a little while. I didn't realize the pandemic was going to be this long. But I still went to do real estate. I felt like I was on hold, and I felt like I was on fire, and it was like trying to like take that fire away from me. So I just Googled like, how can I make money through real estate? And wholesaling came up. I went down that kind of funnel and found the Flip Man, just watched some of his videos. Wasn't really sure if this was real or not. So I saw Miles on there. He lives in Greenville, and through my supervisor, got in contact with Miles, and then he reached out to me. We spoke a little bit. He showed me a check.
So how was that conversation with your supervisor? It's like, hey man, is this wholesaling thing real or what?
No. So what happened was my supervisor actually sent me a video, and she said, hey, check this video out. And it was a guy wholesaling in Philly, and so I could totally relate to him. Like people from Philly, man, we kind of just know each other. Like I knew he was from Philly just by hearing him. So I already connected with that guy. I forget who it was. So I saw the whole thing. It was like an hour long, but he was trying to sell what he does, right? I knew it was a pitch.
Yeah.
But I was still, I was driving to the park with my son, and I was listening to it. I listened to the whole thing, and I was like, wow, that sounds so fun. That sounds like so much fun. It sounds like something I would love to do. Called my supervisor back. I said, hey, that was great. And she was like, so what are you trying to do? So her and me were gonna do something together, and then but I'm such a hustler. I didn't really know her background like that. But anyway, she just kept doing her thing, working. She's my supervisor. And then I continued my journey, and then so she actually connected me with Miles. I was looking for Miles, I couldn't find him, and she said, hey, I found this guy, and when she sent me the picture, I was like, that's the guy I've been looking for. He's on the Flip Man. He lives here in Greenville. I'm looking for him. So I started messaging him, and now I know why he had to message me back, why it took so long, because we're busy all the time. But he finally, called me. I gave him my number. He showed me that check. I knew it was real. And so from there on, I told my wife. We've been together for 23 years. Very supportive. I say, babe, I have another crazy idea. And I told her what it was. She said, I'm here for you. Let's, whatever you got to do, let me know what you need from me. So I went on YouTube University, and I was on it for like a good 3 weeks. I learned it all on my own. I just need that confirmation, right, to know that this business was real. So I went on YouTube just every night. I didn't go to bed till about 2, 3 in the morning after working, and I was on it 2, 3 in the morning. I used to wake up so tired, but I was like, this is worth it. Like I got to figure this out. So just kept watching more and more videos, and then I know the analysis paralysis kind of kicks in. Some people say make sure you don't let that happen to you. So I was like, well, it's time to go driving for dollars. 3 weeks later. Drove for dollars, found a house for sale by owner. I know that's what they say to look for. Called the guy up. We made an appointment. That deal didn't work out. And they usually say, always finish with your follow-up question, which is, hey, do you know anybody else that wants to sell a property? So that's what I did. He said, yeah, buddy of mine, I think he wants to sell his property. He's like, this is his number. Give him a call. Give him a call right away. Because I know this business is fast. I give him a call right away. He said, yeah, let's set up an appointment today. Went out there that night, got my first contract. I was so ecstatic, right? I didn't even sell this contract yet, but I was so happy that I had something under contract. Excuse me, I called my wife. They were so happy. I mean, I felt like we hit the lottery, seriously, because I was like, I've been on YouTube.
You did hit the lottery.
Yeah.
I mean, like, in reality, once you start selling those over and over and over again, that's millions of dollars that you're going to make, right?
Yeah. So I just, got under contract. That house had a lien on it. I didn't know nothing about anything. So, I'm just on my own. My parents retired. I'm literally doing this on my own. I'm learning on my own. I'm calling attorneys. I'm asking the craziest questions. But I'm telling you, hey, I'm a newbie. Can you help me out with this? And, so we found a house that had a lien on it. But through that one house, I had so many people that called me that I started writing them down on paper. This guy, so if I was in the house, for example, for 90, I knew they had at least 90. So I'm writing all these buyers down. Everyone that called me, I'm just writing them down, because those are going to start to be my new buyers. That's what I did. Couldn't sell that house. One day I had about 8 or 10 showings for that one house. Left that whole area. Someone canceled. Found another house. It was vacant. It was boarded up. I called the guy up. Right from there, called him up, made an appointment. So that was one of the first houses that I sold. So he was an investor. He said, man, have a lot of people that want this house. I say, man, I just need an opportunity. Here's a new business for me. I just need an opportunity for you to, trust in me of what I'm doing. I would greatly appreciate it. I work hard for you, and he texted me about 2 weeks later. He said, let's do it. That was his text. Met him, he sent a contract, and I sold that one in about a week and a half. So that was like one of my first deals, one of my biggest first deals. And then from there on out, I just been Jving. I've been Jving, and Jving, I spoke with Lafayette. He's in North Carolina. Spoke with him a few times, and he's JV'd so many deals. And I was like, well, I don't have to work both sides of it. And so from here on out, for whatever reason, I've been dispoing contracts for JVers. They send me the contracts, and I just dispo them. I sell them. So this month alone, I have about 11 closes now for this month. And then, so that'll probably put me in the 30 in 6 months.
Yeah, so you're doing $3,000 average basically as a dispo man, right?
Average, yeah, we'll say average.
So when you get a contract from a JV guy, do you analyze the numbers?
Yeah, I do. So people send me contracts all the time, and when I do the numbers, I'm like, nope, this doesn't work. I'm not, hey man, go renegotiate with the seller. If not, I can't really do anything with it. So if I'm JVing with someone, I don't just JV with anyone. It has to work. The numbers got to work. And then some people, they'll daisy chain off of deals. So I learned that as well. They'll say it's their deal, and all of a sudden it's like all these numbers are crazy and all these other people involved, and they said it was their deal. So I analyzed everything. So I have kind of a group that I'm working, they don't work for me, of course, but kind of a group that I've been working with. We're trusting each other. We've JV'd a bunch of deals together. They know my style. They know what I'm looking for. So now they're sending me, good deals. Like the numbers work. So now, if you send me 10 deals, and I know your numbers are continuing working every time, I'm not really revising your numbers really good. I may go later, but, all your numbers are working. We're selling the deals. I know your numbers work. So I have JVers like that, sending me great deals, which is why I think I'm able to dispo them, pretty good too, because their numbers are working. So I just keep the ball rolling as quick as possible.
That's good, man. So you've been in the business for 6 months. How many contracts have you done in total?
In total, with this month, it's going to be over 30.
30. So you made over $100,000 probably in between all of those.
Close to it, because some of the deals are
smaller. Yeah.
Smaller. I've gotten deals where I made $250, $750, but over $10,000 deals. So they're everywhere. They're all over the place. So close to it, very close to it. It's changed my life. So I basically made my income, and I thought I had a great job. I've been working so hard to where I was just at 2 months ago. I've been working so hard, literally so hard to get to there, and then for me to find this business and make more than what I was making in 6 months, it's just mind-blowing. It's literally changed my life, my family's life. And I'm so grateful, and I just want to keep doing it, man. I love it. That's the other thing. This is fun. It's fun.
It is fun, yeah.
I have so much fun doing and networking, networking with people, with JVers, I've created great relationships with a lot of people that I JV with. So we're like friends now, So now you're just like working with friends making money, So it's fun, man. And even, when we go on vacations, I'm still on the side trying to make a deal or something, or make sure everyone's good and trying to get a deal over here, but we're on vacation because it's fun. It doesn't feel like work. It feels like you're just working with buddies together all the time.
Yeah. I agree with you. I mean, I come to the office every day, even though we work out of an office, and we treat it more as a corporation now than anything else. To me, it doesn't feel like coming to work. Yeah. I used to go to work in the past, and I worked in corporate, and I was actually in the military at some point. I had to get up and say, I got to go there, right? And, it didn't matter how much money I was making. Like towards the end of my oil field career, I was making 300 grand a year, and I still got up and said, I gotta go there, right? And not that I dread going to work, because I actually like what I did back then. But sometimes I didn't want to go for some reason, I wasn't motivated enough. The corporate environment was. You see, one thing that I can do here now, as opposed to my corporate days, is that if I had peers that were very negative, I couldn't remove them.
Yeah,
I could not do that. And sometimes I didn't hire them. It was someone else that hired them, but they were on my floor, or maybe we had to work together for some reason. And just having a negative person in your environment is toxic.
100%.
And and then you depend on the paycheck. You're like, man, I need that paycheck. I gotta get that check. Now I don't have that problem. I just get rid of them, and that's it. I don't want them around. If I bump into somebody that's negative, I just don't associate with that person, right? If we get a team member that somehow develops into a negative person, then we just remove that team member, or we don't allow them on the team. So my life is much easier now than it was back then. And I'm just coming to this realization right now while I'm talking to you, because I never thought about it that way. But I did have some team members in the past that I was like, oh, my God, why did I refer this guy into this freaking company? And it was my fault because I brought them in. But I didn't know how bad they were when it became to being toxic.
Yeah.
Today, I just keep it the same way I got it. And, I mean, if somebody's toxic around me, I just get rid of them, and the toxicity goes away, So
yeah, we have to.
How do you compare what you do today from that perspective into what you did when you had a job?
But just like you're saying, when you have a job, you have to put up with people because you can't fire them. You're not the boss. Yeah. You have to continue putting up with those people.
Unless you're the boss, then you get rid of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But even if I would, like, the good thing is I never had anybody that reported to me that was like that. So I guess I would have gotten rid of them right away. But the peers, how do you get rid of those guys?
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, with what we do now, like I said, we choose who we want to work with. That's the great thing about it. Like, if there's someone that's bringing me deals and I don't even like their attitude, like if they're negative energy for me for that day, I just won't work with them anymore because I don't need that negative energy in me. Like, this is our own business, right? We get to choose who we want to work with.
Right.
So, and I've learned that as well. I have to shift my mind because I felt like this is a side hustle, and my job. I was working in my job. This was just a side hustle for us. Laid me off. Now this is a full time for me. So I'm still having to shift my mind from being a side hustle to a business owner. I'm doing this full time, working. Doing this for my family most of all, and so just being able to choose who we want to work with. It's just it's easing, right? Because it's easy that we don't have to have that stress. Like, oh, I gotta go work with this person again, right next to me that chews like a cow or something. They chewing gum all day, and or just even something as simple as something they bring to eat. Put it in a microwave. It smells so bad. It's oh my gosh, here we go again. But when you run your business and it's yours, you get to choose, man, who you want to work with. Like you, for example, right? You're here. You have your employees. Someone's doing something, man. You're like, this is negative energy for my business. I don't need you. Right? So you want someone positive in your business and in your life. Yeah. So, I'm trying to create that circle in my life of great people to network with and to just be, allow me to succeed, and they want the best for me and will motivate me, right? But it's like, it's that goes both ways because I want to be that person for other people as well, that I can motivate them and be there for them, right? I want to be a good friend, not just business. I want to create that relationship where we're looking out for each other, right? Because we got bills to pay, family's got to eat. So I'm actually here, right, in Texas because of Shay Ninen. So this guy has been in my life since I've started this. I found him through Facebook. He does his lives and everything, and I got to connect with this guy. So one of the first houses that I had. We reached out and we FaceTime and everything, and ever since then we've created a great relationship. So I'm here. He invited me to come to Texas to the event, right? And so going through and going way backwards, I have had ups and downs in my life. So even investing into coming here to Texas, to the event, the plane ticket, the hotel, leaving my family behind for these couple of days, that was hard for me because this is a business that I'm trying to grow. This is my only income besides my wife does work, but as a business, I'm trying to like hold on to this money. And Shane's like, hey man, we got to network, man. You got to invest in yourself. So Shane is a key player in my life, maybe in my business. We haven't done no deals together, but in my life, he's a key person.
Yeah, he's got you under his wing.
Yeah,
so.
100%. He wants the best for me. He's like my big brother, seriously. And so I give the credit for me being here with you today, man. Meeting you, I met you through Shane.
Yeah.
We've been here with you for a couple of days.
Absolutely,
and it's been such an honor being here with you.
Thank you so much.
And it's just a dream being here with you, man. In your presence, just doing this podcast, I'm hanging out with you, man. It's unreal. It's my life has changed, man, in a way that I never thought could happen. And this is just 6 months in. I can't even imagine another 6 months or another year. What my life could look like if I keep grinding and networking and meeting people and so forth.
Yeah. So it will. I mean, many things will change for you, right? Mm-hmm. Your lifestyle will change. If you continue to grow, then internally, then it's going to start manifesting on the external side. Mm-hmm. Once you start doing more acquisitions on your own, because not right now you're good at dispose.
Yes.
That's why they keep looking for you. But what those guys are good are acquisitions, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's a match made in heaven, right? You both are working together. It's good for them because they get to move their deals. They don't have to worry about finding the buyers. It's good for you because you don't have to worry about finding the sellers. Mm-hmm. But eventually, you're going to have to grow to where you control that other end of the deal as well.
That's right.
Because what I found out is that a lot of times when you JV with people and you thought you had a slam dunk deal, they sell it on their own, and you're like, hey, what happened here? Mm-hmm. Right? Well, I sold it. I found a buyer on my own, and I was like, I don't know how many times I got disappointed because of that. I was like, man, you had me hustling this thing, and you went and found it. So one thing I do now is like, hey, look, if you're going to send me a deal, don't be looking for the buyer. Because I don't want to put efforts into something that's not gonna materialize.
That's right.
Now, if I can't sell it in like a month or two or something, then yeah, go do what you gotta do. I understand it's your deal. Mm-hmm. But then once you start controlling your pipeline, now you're really the owner of your destiny because right. You're not relying on anybody else. Yep. So you're gonna have to scale. You're gonna have to hire people. Mm-hmm. For that, you're gonna have to let go of the money.
Yeah.
Because otherwise.
Yeah.
If you just hoard money, which you can.
Yeah.
But eventually you're going to have to stop.
That's right.
To go take a vacation, or what if you get sick, right? And then you can't work.
Yeah.
Like, how is the money going to come in to your family? Or so you have to start looking for ways to automate the business to where even if you're not around, this thing is running.
That's right.
And for that, you're going to have to let go of the money. You have to invest in people. Are you going to invest money in people that are not going to pay out? Yes. You have to deal with that. Are you going to invest in marketing campaigns that are not going to pay out? Yes. And you're going to have to deal with that. Mm-hmm. And some people have a very tough time with that. I was like, man, I put all that money on the marketing campaign. Nothing happened. I could have bought me a watch, or I could have went on vacations, or I could have done this, I could have done that. Now, to me, I put money in marketing, and that's like a recurrent investment that I'm doing. Whether it pays out or not, it's going to pay out eventually. Mm-hmm. And not only that, they teach you on stocks. I don't know if you've ever done any stocks, but that you have to diversify yourself. And you got to go throw money in different stocks so you can get an average. Are you really looking at that one stock that lost money the last month and questioning why you put money on that stock? No, because you got other stocks going around. Mm-hmm. And then in the long term, that one stock actually is going to go up. Yeah. Same thing happens to marketing in real estate. So you're going to have to put money there. You're going to have to learn how to risk it. And what is the tolerance for risk when it comes to investing in real estate, right?
Yeah.
As you see guys like Shane, like myself, and other people out there, the one thing we have in common is we keep putting money into marketing, into marketing, money into systems, money into people. And then, you probably take less money home, But what if you can exponentially grow that,
Yeah.
and now you're bringing, what you were bringing on your own with a team, but now that's your take home.
Yeah.
After your team gets paid, and now you're putting food on their tables,
Yeah.
or you're helping because they're doing it on their own as well, right? So it's a teamwork effort. So,
That's right.
so what does the future look for you? Where are you going next?
Well, I want to scale. Because if no one calls me for deals, right, I won't have no deals. Because I don't even look for deals. But I've been, people are getting to know me in the Greenville area that I'm good at dispo. And so I actually have a lot of people. I have real estate agents calling me. Hey, you want to wholesale this for me? We're actually wholesaling a hotel.
So
right
check
now.
this out, man. So right now you're doing 35 grand this month on the dispo deals.
Yeah.
That's about 11 deals.
Yep.
Right. But if you had 3 deals of your own,
Exactly.
you go to 60 grand now because the average assignment is 10K.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which is why I want to do the acquisitions now.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this. It's been going so fast for me that I feel like I have to kind of go backwards just a little bit to figure this side out. But continue doing this. And like you were just saying, I if I could just add a few deals on my own, now I can just, be a little bit more successful, right? And just keep that going. But I have to figure that part out as well, because I've been doing this for so long. So for me to let go of money, I have to make sure I'm making a good investment in the right people that are gonna actually want the best for me, right, and allow me to succeed and scale. So my future, man, I want to scale. I would love some rental properties in the future, of course. My parents were flipping. That's what they always did. If I could just do one flip, get my feet wet, see how that goes. They did it for such a long time, and I would just love to do a flip just to kind of see how it goes.
Can you hire them to do a flip for you?
They're retired, man. They're like over 60. They're done, and
They don't.
yeah, they're done. And I could probably get them to be like a property. The manager, right, for that house. And he's great. I mean, he did it all by himself. And so I could probably get him involved, right?
Are they in Greensville or?
Yeah, Greenville. Yep. So and family, right? You they should have the best interest for
Is
you.
it
right?
Greenville or Greensville?
Greenville.
Greenville.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I want to scale for sure and get some rentals in the future, and because what my goal is to create passive income. So I can have some passive income coming in and in wholesale. But my main focus, I do want to continue wholesaling, man. It's enjoyable. It's something I love doing. Fixing flips is may not be as enjoyable, but what I'm doing now, man, I love it. I truly love it. I don't feel like I go to work every day. I mean, I'm on vacation, just still texting and working out deals. And I was just here a little while ago, this kind of vacation, and I just closed on a property today, closed another one yesterday, and just continue doing what I'm doing, man, and hustling.
So what's the biggest assignment you've done?
15,000.
15,000.
Yeah, I just got a text a little while ago. Got another one on the contract. That's a JV deal. I'll be making on that one 27,000. Just got a text right before we came in here.
When is that closing?
He just signed a contract, so I have to put the title in maybe in 2 weeks. We should be closing on that one. The hotel, man, that's life changing. If that was to go through, we're supposed to be getting an offer in between June 11th and June 15th for that, and I have so much so I actually have inventory. That's what's crazy. I actually have inventory that people are calling me, hey, what do you have? And so I have things all the time, and I have so much lots right now. I have houses. I have investors calling me, hey, so networking is so key in this business. So I have investors now calling me, giving me their properties to sell. So, and then, networking is key in this business because, like, even investors that buy fix and flips from me, they also want me to sell them at the end. Hey, you know what? Just, I don't want to put that on the MLS. Can you sell it for me? I'm like, of course. So you make money in the front end and on the back end. So create that relationship with investors is huge if you could try to flip it for them. So that's that. I've been doing that as well. So it's been, it's been life-changing, man, for me. And I just, looking forward to the future and see what it holds.
So if you have to tell our audience one golden nugget so they can be successful, what would that be?
JV.
JV.
Honestly, JV. Because if I didn't JV, I wouldn't be here with you today. Because, figuring it out to acquisition side, trying to get a house, driving for dollars, you have people doing it for you. And so all you have to do now is create a big buyer's list. You know, create relationships with people. You know what areas they're buying in. Like I have it separated in my home where I got these are my Greenville buyers, these are my Easley buyers, these are my Anderson buyers. They only want locks, they only want fix and flips. So try to create that buyers list. So when people start bringing you deals,
But it's not only so something you've done good is not only you have created a buyer's list, but you have classified your buyer's list. You know what you got.
oh yeah,
You know who's buying what and where and
Yeah.
and what type of property, and that's why you can identify real quick where you need to quarterback all these deals.
yeah. I had a Jving. He called me. He had a property in the contract for 3 weeks. The contract was about to end, literally. He called. He said, "Milton, man, can you help me out and sell this deal, man? The contract is about to expire." I said, "Man, you're giving me like days," and sold it the very next day. Under 24 hours, made $8,000 off of that deal.
Yeah, so that's what they like doing. They like to send the contract right before it expires.
Right before it expires.
You know, and then they make you run. But that's the powerful thing about having a pretty strong buyers list.
Yeah. Yep.
We do it as well. We get contracts all the time.
Yeah.
Before they expired, and we move them.
Yeah.
Sometimes we got to go resuscitate the contract.
Yeah.
And we also got to go renegotiate it because sometimes it makes no sense.
That's right.
So I love that part of the business because it brings money that we weren't expecting to have.
Yeah.
But having that acquisitions arm is always very important. So,
Yeah.
Milton, thank you so much, man, for
Thank you,
coming
man.
in, brother. I
Pleasure.
appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
And guys, don't forget the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Event and Mastermind in Miami, Florida, in October 21st through the 24th. Hopefully, these guys will be there, Milton and Shane, so you can shake their hands and get to know them better. And it's called the re3mastermind.com. That's where you're going to get the tickets. Make sure you click. You have to put your information. That way you can see the ticket prices in it. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.